Turkey Trials out next week. Animated TV series platform news. And 3 live action ARK films to be coming out in the future. You're right kids, it's Ras Clark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So first things first, Turkey Trials, whereby you get to fight these things that are going to be tougher to slay than dodos in order to summon the almighty Dodo Rex, as well as rewarding you with a bunch of skins, chibis, emotes, now has a release date. Next week on Tuesday the 23rd, it's going off to all platforms, whereby of course it's Xbox, PlayStation, Steam and Windows 10. What time we don't know yet, but it will probably be quite late in the day knowing wildcard, but don't worry, I will certainly have a guide for you to everything in the event as and when it drops. So I'll see you there, so get ready to take down the very tough, rough turkeys that are coming your way very soon. So there was an interview done quite recently by one of the co-founders, Doug Kennedy. And credit to Natural Causes who brought this to my attention. Doug Kennedy seems to be quite a silent partner behind the scenes, with Jesse and Jeremy being the front runners for Wildcard and being the main developers, and it's great to see Doug talking about them and praising their strengths and what they do for the company. And this interview was incredibly insightful for not only enlightening us on Doug, his works from where he's came from, traditionally from the music industry, bringing us big game names such as Guitar Hero. And it's quite an interesting journey to hear how he came from that to Wildcard, setting it up with Jesse and Jeremy. And he does shed some light onto why I believe Survival of the Fittest stopped getting supported, but we'll get to that in just a moment because of course there's much bigger news. ARK live action movies, yes that's right. In this interview Doug Kennedy alluded that they're working on actual live ARK full-blown films to come in the future. What's more interesting to hear, and he skirted around the issue, that the actors that are all involved with the animated TV series, it seems that they were originally signed up to be in these Hollywood films, but because of what happened with COVID last year, everyone being at home, they pursued this animated TV series. But nevertheless, all of these actors, and there are some huge actors, if you don't know who's in it, I'll leave a link to a video in the description, but there are huge names such as Gerard Butler, Russell Crowe, to name a few. And learning from this interview, they've been very involved in the animated TV series, helping to guide it, help to bring it to life to be the best ARK animated TV series we're ever going to see. Now there's a line that Doug says that they were already planning to bring this big live action adaptation to us. But Doug seemed to change his story through this interview, but to confirm that they are very much going to bring us not 1, not 2, but 3 adaptations to film in the near future. And it seems to be based on the ARK animated TV series and its popularity. What they've done is quite interesting, and it's highlighted well here, that most game to movie adaptations out there become poor, whitewashed, and really lose the essence of the game because of investor influence. With big Hollywood brands backing game to film adaptations, they have an incredible input to change the narrative for it to be something that they want and not really what the game is supposed to be. What Wildcard have done have recognised this and said, no, we're not doing it, nobody's funding us, we're going to fund this ourselves, and so they did. The ARK animated TV series is all in-house funded by Wildcard, which offers them an interesting opportunity, which Doug confirms in a matter of weeks they're going to go to every digital streaming platform out there and basically negotiate to see who wants them more. And listening to it, it seems in these negotiation deals they're going to try and encourage these streaming platforms to help fund the live action movies off the back of the animated TV series, which of course they don't need to invest or fund because it will already be created by Wildcard. Obviously this is huge news and could be a major leap for ARK in the industry, with of course all of the actors that are involved in the animated TV series to perhaps be live starring in the live films. But I'm pretty sure this does mean it's all based on the success of the animated TV series. If that does well, then we are going to see actual films in ARK, which is incredible. I am so super hyped to see these brought to life, and with Wildcard's foundation of knowledge of what it means for a game to go to movie and how movies can really ruin game adaptations that they certainly don't want to happen with ARK. It's very exciting news, and I can't wait to hear more. Of course, the big news is we are going to get a streaming platform for the animated TV series in the coming weeks. My bets is on Netflix, but we'll have to wait and see. In offering more of his background and how he came to help create Wildcard, Doug alluded something that I think is very interesting to hear. You see, his partner, wife, went on to develop PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, arguably one of the biggest battle royale games out there. Now, if Doug's partner was heavily invested in that being the best battle royale game out there, why on earth would Doug compete with an ARK version, Survival of the Fittest, of course, that we saw way back early in ARK's development, which, if you don't know, there's a 3.0 mod being worked on, which I really encourage you to go check out, link in the description. It's looking very cool. But this could explain why Survival of the Fittest just stopped being developed, supported. Why would Doug go against his wife on trying to compete to be the best battle royale game out there when he can just support that and make ARK the standalone game the best game it can be? It makes business sense in my opinion. It could be the reason why, or it might not be, but it certainly seems like a great theory as to why we saw this just completely stinted and drop off the radar. But don't worry, as I said, Survival of the Fittest 3.0 is coming out, and coming out very, very soon. Watch this space. Now, one last thing that Doug brought up right at the end of the interview, which was really out there, is ARK Cryptocurrency. That's right, Doug pretty much confirms we are going to see some form of crypto related to ARK Survival Evolved in the very near future, or maybe wildcard. It could be one or the other, and we should know within a 6-month window what that actually looks like. I can't even comprehend what on earth that is. ARK Cryptocurrency, how does that function? How is that going to be a thing that players want to get involved with? Is it going to be incorporated with the game? Is it going to be a microtransaction thing with ARK 2 maybe? Who knows? It's very much out there. Obviously, cryptocurrency is the thing that rage nowadays. Everybody wants to back the new latest and greatest cryptocurrency. And I guess with such a big player fan base for ARK, why not get all those players supporting a cryptocurrency? Could be a good thing. We need to learn more, we need to understand what it's all about, but it doesn't sound like Doug's going to reveal anything more about that in the near future, nor wildcard. But this interview was certainly an eye-opener to one, Doug himself, the Wizard of Oz, very much behind the curtain, with Jesse and Jeremy seeming to be the main co-founders of Wildcard. And it's great to see this, and I certainly encourage you all to go and watch this, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. But my word, it's happening. Live action ARK. Oh, I know we got those trailers back in the day a few years ago, but this is going to be full blown films with potentially those big actors in the animated TV series in actual films. I cannot wait. And if you need a few minor roles being filled, Doug, hit me up at Ras Clark. I can act-ish. Not really, but you know, I want to be in it, me and everybody else, I'm sure. My name's Ras Clark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, peace out.